I want to thank you, Chairman Johnson, for the opportunity to testify before the United States International Trade Commission this morning and for your steadfast leadership on the Commission. I'd also like to extend my thanks to Commissioners Schmittlein, Kearns, Carpel for their tireless work on behalf of the ITC. And finally, I wish to extend my appreciation to my colleagues, Senator Brown, Senator Capito, as well as Congressman Johnson and Rouser for their commitment to ensuring domestic industries, particularly in the steel industry, are afforded the proper trade protections by our federal government. I'm here to express my strong support for the anti-dumping and countervailing duty petitions filed by Cleveland-Cliffs and the United Steelworkers on unfairly subsidized tin mill products. As the Commission is well aware, steel has been the backbone of innovation and economic growth in our great nation for centuries. The United States could not have become the world superpower without a reliable and robust steel industry. And the United States was once the #1 producer of steel, aluminum, and tin plate in the world, with over 20,000 steel workers in my state of West Virginia alone. As the backbone of American manufacturing, the steel industry is essential to water and food supply chains, energy production, and most importantly, national security. Steel is absolutely essential to our military operations, including for nuclear submarines, missiles, armor plate, for our tanks, and every major military aircraft in production. And importantly, we produce the cleanest steel made anywhere in the world, and it is a critical input in our industrial economy. Bottom line, a robust domestic steel industry is vital to creating American jobs, strengthening our economy, and protecting our national security. The steel issue in the case currently before the ITC, tin mill, is no exception. As the Commission is aware, in January of 2023, Cleveland-Cliffs and the United Steelworkers filed anti-dumping and countervailing duty petitions against 8 countries related to unfairly trade tin and chromium-coated sheet steel products, more commonly referred to as tin mill products. The decision to file this petition was not taken lightly, but reflects the current realities faced by the domestic industry. In the last 3 years, international production and imports of tin mill products in the United States have seen a substantial surge. And unfortunately, there has not been a corresponding increase in domestic demand for these products. In fact, the increase in imports from just 3 of the aforementioned 8 countries, Canada, China, and Germany, accounted for nearly half of 1 year's production at Cleveland-Cliffs facility in Weirton, West Virginia. The rapid rise took market share from domestic producers, and it caused their order books to drop dramatically. Beyond impacts to the industry's bottom line, it has also been detrimental to its workforce. In the last 2 years, hundreds of workers across the industry have been laid off at their tin mill facilities nationwide. This includes Cleveland-Cliffs' decision to lay off 300 workers at their Weirton facility last June. Let me be clear. For a community that depends economically on this plant, losing 1/3 of the workforce is truly devastating. The fact that this devastation was caused by unfair trade practices just adds insult to injury, and it's just plain wrong. It is clear that trade relief is needed from the Commission and the Department of Commerce before it is too late. I was encouraged by the Commission and the Department's preliminary determinations released in August that reached affirmative determinations on imports from China, Germany, and Canada. But at the same time, I'm concerned that negative determinations in that same announcement were issued to the other 5 countries, the Republic of Korea, the Netherlands, Taiwan, Turkey, and the United Kingdom. I urge the Commission to examine all available evidence and take every necessary precaution prior to issuing any final determinations in this case. As you all know, the work of the Commission does and the cases that you consider are critical to the health and survival of our domestic industries. Strong enforcement of the AD/CVD laws is vital to true market competition in the United States. American companies like Cleveland-Cliffs and American workers represented by the United Steelworkers need the chance to participate in a market that is not distorted by unfair trading practices like dumping and unfair government subsidies. I implore the Commission to enforce the trade laws that Congress wrote, using every tool at its disposal to ensure unfair trade is remedied. The long-term success of domestic steel industry is counting on you. It is imperative that our AD/CVD laws are enforced to the fullest, and that the United States shows the utmost support for its domestic industries. Thank you all.